Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about Saturn in our birth charts and what it represents. If you're not sure where Saturn was placed during your time of birth, there is a birth chart link down below. If you do not have your time of birth, you can check the Saturn table to find out where Saturn was placed during your time of birth. Saturn is known as a malefic planet, which means that Saturn brings challenges and obstacles into our lives. Unlike Jupiter, where Jupiter expands and brings about lots of luck and blessings, Saturn restricts us. It sets limitations, boundaries, and restrictions on our lives. Saturn is also known as the planet of karma, and is also known as the planet of the ultimate rewards. Saturn rules time. It is very slow moving. It takes Saturn about 28 years to orbit the sun. Saturn loves structure, discipline, and authority. Saturn is the natural ruler of Capricorn. Capricorn is the natural ruler of the 10th house of status. It is our public persona. So Saturn actually represents a very important part of our life. It is the peak of our chart. It is what we want the world to see us as. That is what Saturn represents. Wherever Saturn sits in your birth chart, that's the area of your life that you want the world to see you as amazing in that area. However, Saturn will not make it easy for you. Saturn will make you struggle. Saturn will make you feel like you cannot achieve in this area of your life. No matter how hard you try, no matter what sacrifices you make, you will feel like you cannot achieve in this area of your life. But that's not true. Have you ever heard someone say that when your Saturn returns, that is when you should get married? That is when you should put in for that special type job that you always wanted? Well, the reason why they're saying that is because when your Saturn returns, usually around the age of 27 through 30, that is when you've matured. That's when you should have learned the lessons of Saturn, and now you're ready to receive the blessings of Saturn. Because a lot of times if you do something that's major in your life before your Saturn returns, then you're probably gonna have to go back and redo it, depending on where Saturn sits. The house that Saturn sits in your birth chart is very important. And also to look at the houses that Saturn is looking at, the houses that Saturn is aspecting as well, because these are the areas of your life where you're going to face the most challenges and obstacles, okay? So those of you who are new to the channel, welcome to the channel, and I hope that you will subscribe and also share my content. Let's get into the video. Saturn in Leo. So first of all, what is Leo? Leo is the 5th zodiac sign, naturally ruled by the sun. The 5th house is the house of our fun. It is the house of our pleasures, dating, romance, children. Anything that brings us pleasures is found in the 5th house. This house is naturally ruled by the sun. It's so full of energy. It's so happy-go-lucky. Leo type people are so expressive. They're self-expressive. They're usually like the center of attention. It doesn't matter if they want to be or not. They're just the type of people that they're just drawn to them some type of way. You know, they get attention. But then Saturn comes into this fun-loving, happy-go-lucky type house, And what does Saturn do? Saturn brings restrictions, okay? So Saturn and Leo type people, they're the type of people, they're restricted when it comes to romance, or when it comes to dating, when it comes to long-term relationships. A lot of times, Saturn and Leos, they really suffer a lot in relationships. Could have had a lot of failed relationships, mainly because Saturn is dark and cold. It's not, you know, really that romantic type planet. Is all about detachment from people, you know, and to attach to things and status, right? So Saturn and Leo type people, they are the type of people that they're kind of cold-hearted in their relationships, okay? They don't like to display affection, and like they don't like public displays of affection, you know? Like sometimes it's like they just feel restricted, right? And it's just like these limitations that Saturn brings make them feel like guilty. I feel like the obstacles that Saturn brings for Saturn in Leo is the feeling of guiltiness, and also the feelings of envy and jealousy in a sense, because Leo is all about being the center of attention. So Saturn comes in here restricting that, creating limitations, setting boundaries for this Leo energy. So this Sun energy cannot be self-expressive, you know, because Saturn said, no, you can only go this far. So I feel like a lot of Saturn and Leos, when they were younger, they could have been the center of attention, where their mother may thought that they were the best out of all of their siblings. Like maybe they were the smartest, maybe they were the most talented, maybe they were the prettiest, and they stood out some type of way. But as they progress in life, they kind of realized, as they got older into school and things of that nature, they actually realized that, hey, I may not be as great as my mom or my dad made me feel like I was. So they start seeing other people that are better than them in different type roles in life, and it makes them feel jealous, and it makes them feel like, I want to be the center of attention. I want to be at the top, because Saturn is all about status. It naturally rules the 10th house, the midheaven, the peak of our chart. So these people want to be at the top. They want to be the one getting all the attention, because Leo is the sign of attention. Okay, they get attention naturally. Now, as they progress, as they get older, like after their Saturn returns, of course, I see Saturn and Leo type people becoming these bosses or leaders. They excel in their jobs. Like they actually can reach the very top at their job. But something about this energy, sometimes they can actually cause themselves a downfall, because of the simple fact they are so envious and jealous of other people in a sense. Now, jealousy is not bad, Saturn and Leos, and if you guys are experiencing some of this energy, jealousy is not bad. Jealousy means that, hey, you have something that I want to. That's okay. We all are jealous in a sense, right? But envy is, you have something that I want and I don't want you to have it, and I'll do anything to take it away from you. So when it gets to the envious side, that's when it becomes really bad and dangerous. And that type of energy brings a lot of negative things into the life of a Saturn in Leo. So those of you who are still dealing with this side of this placement, what you need to do and understand is that everyone has a position in life. Everyone has something that they're good at. Nobody is ever gonna be good at everything. No one is gonna get all the attention. No one's gonna get all the credit. And I do understand, Saturn and Leo, that you don't wanna just feel normal. You don't wanna just be mediocre. You don't want people to just think of you like, oh, that's just Saturn and Leo. You want them to know that you have great talents. You are amazing, and you know that. You feel that inside of your soul, and you want the whole world to know the same thing, but you just can't seem to express yourself the way you want to express yourself. And that is because Saturn is setting boundaries, is limiting you, placing envy and jealousy in front of you. Nervous energy, making you feel like other people are better than you. No one is ever better than anyone. No one can ever be a better version of you. No one else can be. There's only one you. That alone, Saturn in Leo, makes you very, very special. Keep that in mind, okay? Don't lose that. Whenever you're feeling like, I'm not good enough, someone's better than me, I'm jealous. What are you jealous of? What is it that they have that you don't have? And then really think about it, okay? Now, Saturn in Leo type people, when it comes to your romantic life, I feel like when you get older, a lot of times Saturn in Leo, they tend to age backwards. And you guys are really young when you're older. Like as you get older, I feel like you really begin to be self-expressive. You really start to tap into that Leo type energy, and this is when you will find true love. And I think a lot of Saturn and Leos, a lot of times they find it with people who are younger than they are, you know. And for in some cases, rare cases, could be older, because Saturn is all about maturity, right? But Leo is all about youth, though. It's all about that young energy. So I do feel like when you tap into that Leo energy as you get older, after your Saturn returns, probably around the age of 40, 30, your Saturn returns around 28 and 30. But I feel like for Saturn and Leos, around the age of 35 to 40 mark, I feel like that's when you really start being able to find that type of love that really makes you feel like you're happy, or you're right where you're supposed to be. And a lot of times it's going to be an age difference for you guys, in a sense, okay? Because you may have one older and one younger, because Saturn is old, Leo is young. So age difference and whatever the case may be, Saturn and Leos, you guys are very strong. You're very proud, and you're very strong-willed, and Saturn gives you that energy. Saturn brings that influence onto your life. So being strong-willed and being very self-oriented, in a sense, that is powerful within itself. So that's one of the good points about Saturn in Leo, is your willpower to do whatever it is that you came to do, in spite of feeling guilty, or in spite of feeling like you're not gonna excel. Because you guys are very talented, but a lot of times you don't know how to express that talent, and because you feel so nervous, or you feel like you're just gonna be judged harshly, in a sense, because you know that there's other people out there that's better than you, but you're thinking about how you want to be the very, very best. Don't allow this energy to overtake you, Saturn in Leo. Just go with the flow. Just relax and just do what you came here to do, and that is to shine. Saturn in Leos, you guys always leave a legacy. You will not leave this world without leaving a legacy of some sort. You are going to be famous, okay? You're going to be famous in some type of way. And people are, you just naturally draw people to you. You know how to get the public to follow you and want to listen, or want to see what you have to offer the world. And maybe you can't see that right now because of this obstacle that Saturn is placing in front of you. But in all actuality, if you just step outside of your fears, you will be able to really show the world what you're made of. Saturn and Leo type people, you can sometimes be very picky when it comes to your friends and people you date. Like, you come off as being very friendly, very nice type person, and very inviting, but I guess you will be an extrovert introvert, okay? Because it's like you're very extroverted in your day life. Let's just say at your work, you're like, oh, hi, how are you? You're so amazing. But then actually that's like fake in a sense, but it's kind of like natural in a sense, because you know, that's how you get people to notice you. You're happy-go-lucky disposition, right? But in all actuality, in your private life, you probably would not hang out with these people outside of work or outside of anything. You're just like very selective, but you never let people know that they're not, you know, I guess you would say in your league or something. You're just kind of like, always be nice to everybody, but if they invite you to something or they ask you to do something, you probably would avoid it, because of the simple fact you just don't you know, Saturn brings that maturation for you, and it helps you to be selective, where Leo is more like, you know, just wide open. Saturn restricts that and makes you think and really live a more structured type life. Okay, so you guys, this is my take on Saturn and Leo. Until the next time, you guys, I wish you so much love, peace, and so many wonderful blessings. Bye.